Hey, Snapchat is daddy. it's If you ever wonder why I keep saying that, it's an inside joke, but don't worry about it. Why I end up quitting reading tarot. Initially a couple years ago, I blamed it on my girlfriend because she was taking up too much of my time when we first started interacting with each other on a day-to-day basis because it was a long-distance relationship. I lived in Chicago. She lived in Los Angeles, where I'm currently residing, but that was not necessarily the case. And just a side note, I didn't live in the city of Chicago. I actually lived in Joliet, Illinois. Man, shout out to the Ed, man. You already know. Joliet showed me a lot of love. But I will say this. I'm not going to say I was super duper overly big, overly famous or anything like that. I did have a couple fans meet me in person. As far as me just walking down the street, being in the library when I was too broke to even afford my own Wi-Fi. I had to download movies and music and things like that because prior to that, I was in jail and I was in a homeless shelter, allegedly. You know what I mean? So me getting out and me giving back to the homeless shelter that helped me get on my feet was where I got the most spikes in my peaks in my career. That's what really put me in position to be in possession when it comes to the attention that I was getting initially in the tarot game. Before that, it was when I moved in with an ex and she collabed with me and helped me out with obtaining and maintaining the attention of her audience. What's up, Mr. Evans? So, at the end of the day, pretty much what it was, I'll say this. I worked at a temp agency, right? And the style of this temp agency was first come, first serve. You wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning, get there at 5:30. They need 20 people, there's 50 people. Somebody's not going to go to work. And you didn't have to show up every day. So pretty much what I would do was I would work for about 3 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks, and I would take a week off. Okay? And in that week off, I would be doing tarot. And right before COVID hit, I was doing that and I was living pretty good. And I lived in the bricks. If you don't know what the bricks is, the projects. So my rent was only less than $450. I believe it was like $446. Okay? And I was making $15 an hour at this agency. Okay? So I was cool financially. Plus getting the donations, getting the super chats when my YouTube page was monetized. It's back monetized now. When I was doing consultations, I think I already said that, getting paid, right? I looked up, eventually I realized this money is looking kind of like this money. I was making probably $200 less than I was making reading tarot and doing consultations than I was at my job. So I just stopped going for a good 2 or 3 months so I could devote all of my time and energy to reading tarot. But at the end of the day, I was drinking a lot. I was having problems with my family. I was having all kind of issues. And I realized at that point, this is not a good idea. And I don't want to blame it on my customers. I don't want to blame it on my clients. I don't want to blame it on my supporters and my fans. Those are 4 different things. Okay? If you know, you know. Most of my people, they were supporters. They supported me. They helped me out in a lot of different ways. I didn't ask anybody for money. I didn't initiate any conversations. And I didn't dry beg. But certain things start taking a toll. And a lot of you guys ask some weird ass questions. Aaron Moses, I need you to pull me a card. All right. You already know what to do. Send me your question and send me, the $35 to $50 depending on what kind of spread you want. All right. Bling. Got the money. So what's your question? I just want to ask you, like, what kind of did the cards say that it's gonna rain? Because I just bought these new shoes and I kind of want to take them back, and like, I just want to know, like, should I wear these shoes? I'm like, you want me to pull a card for you to wear some shoes? Let me send you this little $35 back. No, wait, it's a two-part question. So, like, if I wear these shoes, the reason I'm asking you if I wear these shoes is because I'm dating a married man. I'm like, I don't want to hear this messy ass goddamn shit. What is wrong with you? First of all, don't disrespect. Nah, but like, I was coming across some some weird questions. What's up, Raised? I was coming across some weird questions, like, do you think, the most common question I would get was, you guessed it, do you think my man is cheating? Now, if you don't know what the tarot and what astrology and necromancy is for, then you shouldn't disrespect that game, because that's a very powerful energy that you are trying to donate to me, for me to make these connections with the universe, to give you these messages. Tarot and astrology is not necessarily for you to have every question is not to be answered with divination. Everything that you want in your life is not to be meditated upon by way of channeling energies through the planets, through the spirits, through zodiacal energies, because it's just not. Because that's not what it's for. And when you tap into certain energies for little ass shit like that, it's disrespectful. Is what it is. It's disrespectful. Natal charts. I'm going to just give you a quick. It's deep. Natal charts they relate to the tree of life and the clip off, depending on what you're into. It's a map of your personal soul, your destiny in some respects, of your journey. There are all kind of things in there. And the tarot is very closely related to astrology, so much so that certain transits, planets, are associated with certain cards. One example, the Magician, Gemini, Mercury, Mercurian energies, Gemini energies. And for you to take something so divine and you want me to attach it to your messy ass life, that is disrespectful. That is like using the Bible to wipe your ass. So no, I don't want to keep asking the ancestors if you should keep shucking this man's corn because he told you he's gonna be with you, but he still wants to live with his wife, and he can't afford to get divorced right now. I don't want to do that. That's nasty. Okay, I'm not saying that you're nasty. I'm saying the situation is nasty. I'm sure you're a good person. Whatever. But at the end of the day, I was not maintaining my mental health correctly. And at some point, because I am a solution finder, I'm a solution-based individual, guess what I did? I got a therapist, because I'm already knowing I'm a counselor at this point. I'm sending my people ebooks, whether it be about spirituality or whether it be about mental health, whatever it is. Okay? If you were a supporter of mine back in the day, you already know I did my job. More than that bullshit ass little $35, $50, sometimes $120. You got your bang for your buck. You got your money's worth every time, 110%. Okay? So, I understood that counselors need counselors. Therapists need therapists. I got a therapist. She wasn't doing her job. Now, she wasn't doing her job because she was what I like to call a food stamp therapist. What is that, Aaron Moses? I was on the county. My insurance was paid through the state. Medicare, Medicaid, I can't remember which one. And I was utilizing her services to alleviate the pain and the suffering I was going through from people asking, you know what? I kind of want to, like, bro, there was very rare, and I'm not blaming you guys, of course, because I love you guys, 110%. A lot of the people that I consider friends currently started out as supporters or fans or something in between. Okay? That's the truth. But what I do want you guys to understand is that is not what the tarot is for. That is not what necromancy is for. Excuse me. That is not what astrology is for. It's not for you to validate or discourage you from doing low vibrational things because you want to do it. If you want to do it, do it. If you feel bad about it, if you have to struggle, if you have to read books on why this is immoral or unethical or ungodly, don't do it. Because you don't need to be messing with my karma and the law of cause and effect that is present in my life. Because what if I do tell you, you know what? Go ahead, keep shucking his corn, even though he's married, even though they have a 3-year-old little boy that's very happy seeing his daddy every day. And this man just doesn't understand women. That's why he's cheating on his wife with you. I'm just using this as an example. So if you don't feel bad about it, or if you do feel bad about it, and I pull a card for you, is that going to make you feel better? Is that going to make you sleep easier at night? Is that going to make all the weight that you gained stressing over this situation better? I mean, melt itself off of you? No, it's not. It's not going to do that. People have asked me the strangest, oddest questions. And I have to meditate all these hours and do yoga and do breathing exercises and read all these books and have all these conversations that are making me uncomfortable just for you to ask me, Aaron Moses, I love peanut butter and jelly, but do you think I should put the peanut butter on top, or do you think I should put the jelly on top? Because one time when I was a little kid, like, bro, what are you talking about? You call me, you spent $35 to ask me this? Are you serious? But at the end of the day, no, it wasn't because of my girlfriend, and it wasn't because my supporters were just not caring about my spiritual health or my mental health with these foolish questions. I actually enjoyed them because the personalities that I interacted with were usually very electric and magnetic and just fun to interact with. And it helped me understand myself a lot. Doing tarot a lot of times was a shadow work session for me. So it helped me a lot. But it also did not do what I thought it was going to do. What I thought it was going to do, besides pay me was I thought it was gonna raise my vibration just a little bit by tapping into the universe on a consistent basis 4 or 5 times a day, staying sharp, reading. It did a lot for me, indirectly and directly. So I can't say that hey, I loved it. I loved it. I loved it, and I still love it. That's why I'm making a very strong comeback as soon as I get everything situated and scheduled and smoothed and ironed out. Oh, yes, I will be coming back 110%. Okay? So I just want you guys to understand that it's going to be a lot more structured. It's going to be a lot more organized. It's going to be a lot more beautiful. And the person that was cheating on or that person doesn't exist. I just pulled that out the sky. That never happened. But at the end of the day, I do want to go to my next topic. Ladies, when I was living in Arizona, when I was 21 years old, I was very broke. I was staying with my cousin in the north side of Mesa. I didn't have any money. And I was sleeping on the floor. I was sleeping on the couch. And my cousin, another cousin, my female cousin, came up to me and she said, "Cuz, why don't you get a woman to help you?" And I said, well, the type of woman that I want surely wouldn't be interested in me because of the financial position that I'm in. Okay? So any woman that would be interested in me in this state would probably be crazy or toxic or mentally unhealthy or neurotic, those types of things. And she said, okay, but it doesn't have to be like that. And I said, well, women definitely want you to have money, car, clothes, regular stuff, adult things. And she said, but you're a young man, you're handsome, you're well-spoken, you're well-read, you're articulate. I wasn't healthy. She probably told me I was healthy. And she said, cuz, what you have to do is you have to showcase your potential to a woman. You have to let her know indirectly that you are going places, that you have the ability to create stability in your future very soon with just a little bit of her help. And I said, that's deception, because I don't even know what I want to do. I'm on the run, all kind of stuff I have going on. And she said, you could get any woman you want as long as you show them that you have potential. And I thought about that. And I used that method for years after that. For years. Every time, obviously every time, because I'm still a regular guy, But the thing about it is, when you elect a man to preside over your life and to be a man in your life, and you gambled on this man and his potential, you have to understand that even while this man is making effort to go to the next level, to become financially stable and then eventually become financially independent, that's not going to take, that's going to take time. That's going to not happen overnight. And you cannot keep sweating this man and tapping him on the shoulder like, I thought you said you were going to be rich. What's going on? That's not going to make it easier for him to get more money. That's not going to make his endeavors to be more financially stable, that's not going to give it any life. Every time you remind him that he said he was going to do something and he's like, well, I am doing it. Let me just give you an update. Okay, of course, you might want to have an update on things. Well, I got to get the LLC. Then after I do that, I gotta get the business credit up. But at first, I gotta get my personal credit up. Then I gotta open another bank account. Then I gotta write a grant. Like, bro, these things take time. And you cannot be mad when people have setbacks. For example, the thing that I planned on doing, that I thought that if I just grinded maybe like 15, 16 hours a day, I'm thinking it's going to take me 3 years. Now, I just found out it's going to take me closer to like 6 or 7, you know? That upset me because, you know, I'm not going to put all of my business out there, but I have someone who is in my life that's very dear to me, very close to my heart, that gets in the habit of reminding me that I'm not rich right now. And she thought I was just gonna be rich after, I really don't know. We haven't had that discussion. But yeah, I haven't told her. And I don't think that's gonna be a great conversation to have, but when we have it, you'll know. You'll definitely know. But when your man is grinding, what up, bro? Hatcha. What's up, man? I'ma just Dre. What up, Dre? You have to understand that things take time. All great things take time. Now, having a baby only takes 10 months. And that baby is going to be great one day, hopefully, more than likely not, because most people are not great. But when you have, that's quick, that's easy, that's simple. And starting it out, it feels great. But certain things like businesses, working on yourself, growing muscle, everything else, everything involves pain, change, sacrifice, learning, unlearning, relearning, paying people for mentorships, paying people for development on your path, bro. It's not supposed to be easy or everybody would do it. You can't rush this man. You can't micromanage him and stand over his shoulder and remind him that we don't have enough money for this, this, and this. We don't have enough money for this, this, and this. Because when you met me, you already knew that. So don't sweat me about being broke. I was broker when you met me. And when you get used to a certain lifestyle, when you get used to having a limited amount of money, that's a good thing. Because that reminds you every day on why you're doing what you're doing. That little extra money, you should be putting into your endeavors to grow. You should not be going shopping and buying Chinese food and trying to go to the zoo and trying to go to the museum. The zoo and the museum is always going to be there. But the opportunity for you to get rich, financially stable, and financially independent, that's not always going to be there. It is, but if you think like that, then it's not going to always be there because you're going to get lazy. You're going to get complacent. Vacations are for people who can afford vacations. Vacations are not for people who have to put in all this extra effort and they have to worry when they get back home about how they're going to pay for it. Like, bro, if you don't have enough money to survive for 6 months, you should not be going on a vacation, especially out of the country. Even if it's Mexico, even if it's Puerto Rico, even if it's somewhere where you don't need a passport, the Virgin Islands. Bro, that's not, no. Like somebody tried to tell me. They said it very convincingly, but I'm a logical guy. They tried to tell me that they deserve all of these things in life that they don't even know exist or they don't know how much it costs because they've been through so much pain. because they struggled their whole life. So now they deserve to live good. No, no, no. You don't deserve to live good because you haven't lived good before. You deserve to live good because you work to live good. That's why you deserve to live good. Not because you struggled in life. You deserve to live good because you hustled in life and you got results. And when you didn't get results, you changed it up. And why did you change it up? Because you were observant, because you were self-aware, because you're investing more knowledge, you're investing more time and energy to get more knowledge in your mind or experience, or because you talked to somebody, and because you elevated your game, because you redefined what your limits were. That's why you deserve to live good. Not because you're a fucking entitled crybaby. That's not why. Because you chose to be dirty, because you chose to embody dust your whole life instead of embody knowledge. That doesn't mean you deserve to live good. That means you're a fucking baby and you deserve to get your diaper changed if you're a baby, but you don't deserve anything that you're not willing to work for. Hey, I appreciate it, bro, even though I don't know how to say your name. Let me take the time out to see if I could try to say it. Hatch M.R. Condre. Hachama Condre says that you are amazing, bro. Thank you for this knowledge. It's not really, I appreciate that, bro. I appreciate that. I'm trying to give you some inspiration. Anybody who could smell it, I want you to taste it too. Like, I worked very little. I worked hard very little. You know, I always felt like I worked hard, but you don't know what hard work is until you really, really want something. When you don't want anything, when you're just okay with having crumbs, you think that what you're doing is, it's okay. Always hated working at a warehouse. That's why I always hated working easy jobs, bro. Because at the end of the day, there will always be somebody's uncle or somebody's granddad that will look at me the last 5 minutes and be like, easy money, eh? I'm like, yeah, easy money. It's easy money, but easy money is little money. 9 times out of 10, if your job is too easy, you usually aren't making a lot of money. Unless you educated yourself very heavily. And a lot of times, that's not easy. Even if you're smart. That takes a lot of energy. It takes a lot of time. So, me just understanding that the job I have right now, it's simple. It's not easy, but it's simple. The task that I have to do is ABC 1, 2, 3. But the amount of effort and focus I have to put into it, it's not the amount of effort and focus that I want to use to make another motherfucker rich. I'll tell you that. But that's all it is, bro. Being a crybaby, being entitled. I'm gonna say this, and this is what I'm gonna leave you guys with, possibly, unless something else drops into my spirit. But this is what I want to say. My spirituality, my spiritual beliefs taught me that there are no good things and bad things in life, right? That's subjective. So as far as all the personality traits that people have that I don't like, that I think is inconducive to their own personal growth, you can use that. The word entitled is ambiguous. You could be entitled in a way that's healthy, or you could be entitled in a way that's unhealthy. Me, I'm kind of bougie, which is a good thing. In certain ways, it's a good thing. Me not wanting to wear certain types of things and eat certain types of things and socialize with certain type of people is going to serve me if I program me to use that, to make it serve me. Somebody that's very determined, that could be a good thing or a bad thing. You could be determined to be a fucking crackhead. He's so determined. Look at him. I don't know where he gets all this money to smoke crack, but he never has money to pay his phone bill. Bro, you could use that same crackhead energy to get millions of dollars. You could use that same entitlement energy to network and get millions of dollars. You could use laziness, even laziness. You could say, look, bro, I could be lazy in a limited amount of space. I can relax and stop calling yourself lazy. That's the worst thing you could say about yourself. That you don't care about anything and that you're lazy is the two worst things you could say about yourself. Besides being useless. If you were useless, you wouldn't be able to do a lot of things. But if you feel like you're too lazy, just don't say that. Say, I like to rest. I enjoy being able to rest. But in order for me to enjoy resting even more, I got to get up and get this money. I have to put this work in. Because as much as I love to rest and sit around in my pajama pants and play video games and watch TV, it would feel so much better if I worked a whole 10-hour shift. And I woke up at 5 o'clock in the morning and I got home at 5 o'clock at night. But then when I got home, I worked 2 or 3 hours on my own business every night. And then on the weekend, I would rest my ass off. I wouldn't even wash my own dishes. I could call one of the homies to do it, or I could pay some kind of service to come do it and clean my house and watch them do it and give back to the community with my want and my passion for resting. Like a lot of people, that's their passion in life. That's their purpose in life. It's to actually enjoy resting. That's called being present. That's called meditating. Your passion is meditating. You want to connect with the spirit world. Okay, that's cool. But in order to connect with the spirit world, bro, that's hard work. You can't just watch movies all day and fall asleep and astral project and think you're growing spiritually. No. That's not how the universe works. And if you can do that, you're definitely doing yourself a disservice, and you would enjoy your spiritual beliefs a lot better if you contributed to the world. So anyways, I think that's the last thing that I want to give you guys, bro. Just be very conscious of what you do, how you speak to yourself, and patience is a virtue. Be patient. Be patient. Because think about it like this. The universe, as above, so below, right? We have certain behaviors as humans, as animals for a reason, that separate us from animals, but that make us very much so like animals. When it comes to human attraction, right? When it comes to attraction, men and women, what we have in common is we don't like thirsty people. We don't like people that are desperate. We don't like people that are going to go to the end of the earth to chase us and hunt us down just to be with us. Because at that point, that means that you don't love yourself and that you would do something harmful to me if I don't respond how you want me to respond. That's how the universe operates too. Because we come from the universe. Because we come from the stars. So, when you lack patience, you're rubbing the universe the wrong way. Or God, if you want to say God. Buddha, whatever you believe in. And every spirituality, they have some things in common. Just like man and woman, dark and light is the same side of is two sides of the same coin. So if man and women attraction works like that, that's how the universe works too, bro. That's how your God believes too. You feel me? So you cannot be a thirsty individual. You could be being hungry and being thirsty, being passionate and being desperate. Two different things. So as much as you want something, bro, you still have to be patient. You still have to let it cook. Think of everything as a baby. Your business is your baby. Your manifestations is your baby. You have to let it cook. You have to treat it just like a child. You got to be patient. You have to be patient with yourself, the results that you want, the endeavors that you're chasing, that you're growing, and you have to water that and grow it and speak to it beautifully every day like it's a child, bro. This is why we have children. So we could be reminded constantly of how to treat ourselves and how to treat others. And how to treat our hopes and our dreams. How to treat animals and plants and our physical bodies. And how to connect with the spiritual realm by being patient and communicating with these blessings that we invite into our lives. You gotta be patient, bro. You gotta be patient. You have to be caring. You have to be loving. You have to be like the universe. You are 100% universe and 100% individual. And with that being said, man, I'm gonna leave you with that. I'm gonna leave you with that quote. You are 100% universe and 100% individual. And that's all I gotta say, man. I may or may not go live on my YouTube. I'm gonna speak spirituality mainly on this. I'm gonna go live on here off my phone on my YouTube. I'm gonna do my media stuff. It's contrary to spiritual, most of it. A lot of times I'm cursing people out for doing stupid stuff. A lot of times I'm listening to carnal music, but it is what it is. It's not what it's not. And I don't work at Longhorn Steakhouse. This is just the old shirt that I wear under my work shirt. It is what it is. It's not what it's not. It's Aaron Moses. I'm the bang, you the bang. We the bang together, man. Life's in the breath. Breathe it in. Peace. Okay.